catch me skating through your town, putting it down. Y'all relating, no waiting, I'll make your block infrared hot. I'm like Satan. Y'all feel a nigga struggle, y'all think a nigga luddle. Hustle behind the wheel, trying to escape my trouble. Can't stop the greeting me. I'm talking sweet the keys, cursing the very God that brought this grief to be. My life is based on sacrifices, Jews like ISIS and fools that think I slip. You fuck around, you get your guys hit. They built me to be filthy on some I do or die shit. For real, the price of leather's got me deeper than ever. And just think, winter's here, I'm trying to feel me, nigga. Politics as usual. I took my Frito to Tito in the district. Bless me with some BS, somethings I could live with. Stop fronting, and for the dough I raise, gotta get shit of praise. No disrespect to you, make sure your word is true. I'm taking wages down in Vegas just in case Tyson have a major night off. That's clean money, the tax write-off. You ain't seen money in your life when it comes to this cheese. Y'all like 3 blind mice. I'm smoking bros who pump Willie. I expose the furthest you chilies. Ben is the poker nose. My portfolio leads to Don Corleone, nigga, please. 10-year felony on, heavy on the wrist. I face use with the diamond blooded Jesus and blind your face shoes for life. Stride, jigger, I keep it tight, nigga. Politics as usual.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Peace, Oakland. Why did the chief leave? That's what everybody wants to know. I thought it was obvious why OPD Chief Floyd Mitchell, a.k.a. Texas Roadhouse, left, but maybe it's not. So tonight on Gotham Oakland, real quick, we're going to go live and I'm going to show you my hypothesis on why I think the Oakland police chief has left us. So without further ado, let me get into it. You may have remembered this article here. This was just, what, last week? It was all good just a week ago. Just we playing some home. But anyway, Oakland police have new pursuit policy after much debate. Let's go ahead and, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing it. Okay, so check this out. Oakland police have new pursuit policy after much debate. And this article came out just a week ago. Like I said, it was all good just a week ago. Let me play this video so we're all on the same page. And you start to get some hints. If you look at the thumbnail, you probably already have some hints about what I'm going to say. And then I'll go on my little rant at the end like we tend to do.
A lot of strong feelings on this one.
That's right, Claudine, there are. The police chief explained how he came up with the changes and why they're needed. He answered questions from the 6 members of the police commission. Community members were also given an opportunity to give public comment. About 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, the commission made their decision.
We have a unanimous vote on the dais today to approve the chief's changes presented to the commission.
The Oakland Police Commission voted unanimously on Thursday night to approve Police Chief Floyd Mitchell's proposed changes to the police pursuit policy. Before, officers were able to continue a chase while awaiting a supervisor's approval to continue a chase that was over 50 miles per hour. Now, under this new policy, officers will be able to chase at any speed, but still need immediate permission from a supervisor. The 19 risk factors officers have to consider remain the same. They include if children and older people are around, time of day, and traffic conditions.
The pursuit of non-violent felonies is just not on the table. So in sticking with best practices and listening to our stakeholders, that potential recommendation or option was removed.
That man sounds tired. That sounds like a man who knows he has already made up his mind and he is out of here. And guess what? A lot of people knew weeks ago, and I heard that even Mayor Barbara Lee, Mayor Blah Blah Lee, knew weeks ago, or at least over a week ago, that he was leaving because they already quietly started a search for a new police chief. But she didn't mention that in her city to city
Police
address.
Terror Project says it didn't want any changes to the current policy. But that being said, it was concerned that an even less restrictive policy would be approved.
It would be a tragedy if that happened, because we've already heard city council members saying that they want to make this policy less restrictive so that police officers can chase individuals for nonviolent crimes and property crimes. And we know
He is straight up lying. Nobody wants to chase people for nonviolent or property crime. And even if they did, don't you want to stop people, a nonviolent property crime? The Anti-Police Terror Project is so full of shit. Why are they letting Cat Books? Oh, I know why Cat Books is back. Because blah, blah, Lee and Cat Books and all the police abolitionists have control of the city. But y'all don't hear me, though. I'm going to keep letting y'all watching. Maybe you can put it together yourself. Maybe y'all can put it together yourself. Let's keep watching.
if that happens in Oakland streets, that it'll just be tragedy after tragedy.
Do we anticipate the number of pursuits to increase?
You know, I don't know if it's going to increase. I think that's something that
Do you
we're
think they're
going
gonna
to
change
monitor, and we're
criminals?
going to come back to this body on a regular basis and report to you if we've seen an increase or decrease.
Critics say they're also concerned that Oakland police do not have dash cams. The police commission's chief of staff tells me this new policy goes into effect immediately. Governor Gavin Newsom had been pushing Oakland to loosen restrictions on police pursuit.
Okay, that's one. So as you see, right? I hope y'all watching. That's just the first little breadcrumbs. I'm gonna paint a picture for y'all over the next 10 minutes or so as to why I believe Floyd Mitchell left. Okay, so let me go ahead and click off that one. So now we know that the police commission has been in a tug of war over militarized equipment. If you've been watching Gotham Oakland, we had an episode that got over 1,000 views. I'm not going to play that episode, but the next thing I'm going to share with you is just an article from the Oakland Report. Go ahead, I'm live, so give me a minute here. All right, here you go. Gripped by oversight, August 11th. Again, very recently, just less than 2 months ago. How the Police Commission controls OPD's equipment and operational effectiveness. And I'm just going to read the opening statements. Each year, the Police Commission is required to review the Oakland Police Department's militarized equipment use report, as mandated by state law. This report details all militarized equipment used in the past year, including rifles, drones, robots, and armored vehicles. As part of the report, OPD may request authorization to replace or expand its current inventory. The Police Commission has the independent authority to approve or reject these requests. During the June 12th Police Commission meeting, OPD Chief Floyd Mitchell criticized the committee's broad recommendation to eliminate the use of military equipment in Oakland, saying he had no chance to respond and stressing, from my standpoint, being a military veteran, being a police officer for over 30 years, being a SWAT commander, the Bearcat vehicle is meant to save lives. Some commissioners said the recommendations were too broad, calling for a more detailed and voicing support for drones and pro cameras. So I'm not going to read more, but there's a quote from Chief Mitchell. Sounds a little like he's frustrated, right? Like he's giving him his whole resume. And keep in mind, the police commission, they don't have any law enforcement or military experience. And in that police commission meeting, go back and watch Gotham Oakland episode. Let me pull it up real quick for y'all, just so you know which episode to watch. Just so you know which episode to watch, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Go to this episode. See, police commission. Right here. Blah, blah, Lee, gaslight.
According to the city
we watch the police commission. Right here, we go to the police commission meeting. You can fast forward to the 31st minute. I'm not going to play it, but listen to this police commission meeting talking about the Bearcat, how they want to slap some armor on SUVs and make a non-scary looking Bearcat, non-scary looking. That was the main thing. Go to the Oakland Report and read this. If you're not subscribed to the Oakland Report, you need to on Substack, and you can find out all sorts of things, right? Very, very good investigative reporting. Okay. That's the second clue. Second clue. Now I got another little breadcrumb to drop for y'all. Another recent Gotham Oakland episode. And I want you to listen to former police captain O.C. Joyner, who is the highest decorated police officer in Oakland history. I want you to listen to him in this, oh crap, I gotta cue it up. Okay, give me 1 second. While I'm queuing this up, I don't know why I had it already, my bad. Okay, all right. Bear with me, I'm doing this live. I'm not used to doing it live, but all right. So, check this out right here.
All the nuances of the things that Chief
On how is Oakland, California broken down for policing? Because you brought up some really alarming equity concerns, and I think that the average person is just not educated enough to understand how things are bad for a reason. And I'm not going to draw any conclusions, but if people hear this and they want to fix it, then we got to start imagining what else is going on if they don't want to address this problem. So how is Oakland broken down as a city? Right now, we have less than 600 officers serving what? Give me the breakdown of how Oakland is policed, and what are your feelings on that?
Well, let me just preface it with this. I'm not a chief
Listen
of police.
close.
I don't have to deal with the day-to-day operations of the city of Oakland. I don't have all the nuances of the things that Chief Floyd Mitchell has to do to make sure that he's in making sure the community's safe, making sure he's in alignment with the mayor, and making sure that he's in alignment with the federal judge and the monitor. I can't imagine why anyone would want to do that job, but to my understanding, he's doing a stand-up job, and I'm glad to have him at the helm of the Oakland Police Department to do what he's doing. With that said, what I think that people need to be educated and have an understanding of is the premise of the police is, number one, when you need them, they should be there for you. Something happens to you, you call 911, the police should be there. But again, I talked to you earlier about how sausage is made. Ironically, people don't understand how sausage is made. And here in the city of Oakland, we're broken down into what's called Patrol 35. The entire city is covered with 35 geographical beats throughout the city. So that means the city has 3 different watches. For the layman, the day watch, swing shift, and the graveyard shift. Each of those shifts are going to have 35 officers assigned to patrol. Where the problem is, and that I've been screaming from the top of a building for over 2 decades, where the city needs to do something to change, is they're operating on what's called Patrol 35, which was designed and implemented in the 1950s. We're still in 2025 working off of 1950s patrol procedures. That's crazy. Secondly, not sure how it was in the 1950s, but things have changed in my 30-year career. As an example, the first thing I could think of as change is the fact that East Oakland has more 911 calls for service, has more violence, has more shootings, and historically has had more murders than any other area throughout the city of Oakland. We all love Lake Merritt and that Lake Merritt area. We all love North Oakland, but historically North Oakland and Lake Merritt area have always been at a lower clip in terms of calls for service, lower clip in violent crime, but yet those areas, because of Patrol 35, still get the same amount of officers that East Oakland gets. So you start talking about equitable resource alignment, you start talking about the people who are in East Oakland being underserved, you can't win if you're starting out with being understaffed. OPD as a whole is understaffed. Then you go and implement this Patrol 35 response to crime. It's extremely understaffed. So that's something that the city, in my opinion, as a citizen, not as a law enforcement expert, this is a citizen, I question and wonder why it has not been addressed and why we don't have equitable
Y'all listening to this?
distribution of staffing.
So we should have sort of a redistricting of these beats. So before we started the program, you gave me a breakdown. West Oakland had 7, North Oakland had 7, Lake Shore had 7. Let me stop this. Y'all should just go ahead and watch that episode. What I'm getting at is, it is an uphill battle and people aren't talking about the things they need to be talking about. Again, I'm going to save that for my rant at the end. Stay to the end if you want to hear my rant and my thoughts as I put it all together. I'm just letting you guys make your own conclusions. I need you to draw your own conclusions. I'm giving you guys some evidence as to why former, or he's still the police chief, Texas Roadhouse, is giving his resignation. So here is yet another little piece of the breadcrumb. Now, I'm going to play this video here. While I'm waiting for it, I want you to read the Oakland police officer's statement questioning whether certain anti-law enforcement factions of the community were ready or open to his honesty, dedication, and support of public safety. The OPOA calls on the mayor and city council to finally confront the dysfunction that has crippled the effectiveness of OPD for years. I don't want to miss the video. That's why I keep scrolling back and forth. Let me just wait for it to play. There's an ad from the California Nurses Association. I used to work for this union way back in the day, back in 2000 and maybe 4 through 2007, I think it was. I went to Chicago. I came back. Yeah, it was a lot. Anyway, all right, let's go. Content started in 1.
Anyone on your team can make better,
No,
more
I don't want
engaging
this.
on-brand videos.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta wait for this
time
crap like
constraints,
y'all do. Okay, here we go.
In the
Here we
Westwood
go.
Highlands neighborhood of San Francisco, a family of 4 was found dead in their home. This happened after a
We don't want that. We want the police
this week
chief.
in California's special election. The big
You know what? I don't know if I can even find the police chief part. My apologies. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing this and bring it back up. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Hold on. This is. I need you to see this though. Just bear with me. When I'm doing it live, usually I go back and edit it, but I'm trying to go live now. Save me some time in the editing room so I can do more content. Okay, here we are, for real this time. And I'm going to read the OPOA comment. This is what I came here for. OPOA calls on the mayor and city council to finally confront the dysfunction that has crippled the effectiveness of OPD for years, the association said. It is time to stop the revolving door to rebuild trust and restore stability before more good people, both in our department and our community, lose faith that real change is possible. OPOA President Huey Nguyen says executing the department's vision is challenging when its leaders come and go. Again and again, we continue to recruit talent in this city, and we cannot seem to retain them, says Nguyen. In my 26 years, 15 police chiefs have taken the helm. It's really difficult. Sometimes we have to evaluate, is it us or is it them? Nguyen calls on the city to take a closer look at what's happening from the top down because he said the department is losing people every day. Every single rank in this organization continue to leave, not only police officers, but we have supervisors, commanders, and now chief of police, says Nguyen. But I now challenge the mayor and council to create a plan to retain the talent. The Oakland Police Department has been under federal oversight since 2003, the longest monitored department in the nation, following the notorious Riders police misconduct case. A federal judge again extended the police oversight in September 2024, finding that reform followed a negotiated settlement agreement on issues such as use of force, internal affairs investigations, and community relations were incomplete, and the department remained out of compliance. You know why? Because they fired Armstrong right before him and retired Judge Brenda Harbin Forte were rounding the bases to get us off the NSA. That was manufactured, and they kept that going for a reason because they wanted to keep their anti-police terror project grift going. That anti-police terror project that's funded by the same people that fund Oakland Mayor Barberly, the anti-police terror project that received $4 million from Quinn Delaney, who, guess what, was on Barberly's transition team. Are y'all putting this together yet? We have police abolitionists in charge of a city who have been wanting to dismantle OPD since 2019 when Nikki Fortunato Bass, then District 2 City Council member, and her chief of staff, Mia Saka-Chin, offered to defund the police platform and defund 50% from OPD. Mia Sakachin. Guess who's she? Barbara Lee's chief of staff. Barbara Lee is a police abolitionist who is perfectly fine with defunding, dismantling, and demoralizing OPD. You need to stop lying to yourselves. I got more. Here we go. One more before I get to my rant. I'm starting it early. I'm getting warmed up. But that ain't the rant. That is not the rant. We about to go in. Don't you worry about that. We're going to go in. Oakland Privacy Commission, yet another police commission, doesn't want flock surveillance systems expanded. OPD hopes to integrate privately owned cameras into its web of license plate readers. The controversial request now moves on to City Council. Controversial by who? Oakland side is always asking a little woke razzle-dazzle. Oakland side always adds to add a little bit of soggy razzle-dazzle, a little sprinkle of sogginess. Of course they are, because they're funded by the same people. It's just crazy y'all haven't put it together yet. Anyone who's been watching Gotham Oakland for more than 3 months should have already put it together, that we have a criminal cabal in charge of the city who wants us to be less safe. And they are laughing and mocking us as they pass these policies and hold us up. And now we lost another police chief because he actually wanted public safety. The commission voted for the two last Thursday to recommend the Oakland City Council not adopt the use of a policy for the police department's flock safety cameras. This new policy will be required before OPD can fold private camera feeds into its system. Oakland's existing network of 292 automatic plate readers installed around the city, already installed, scans license plates and alerts police when they spot stolen or wanted cars. The data can be searched later to track the vehicle's movement. You know what else we've been using it for? That we could use it for if we wanted to? Illegal dumping. We could be using it for illegal dumping. So yes, I don't know how many police commissions, privacy commissions. I think we have 3 or 4 police commissions, but only one is mandated by city charter. These police commissions routinely do this crazy stuff, like tell military veterans, SWAT team veterans, and police officers for 30 years what they should know. They know better about crime and policing. And they all have the same connection to the police abolitionist anti-police terror project movement. Oakland's ideologues have fully captured this city, from a school board that is going bankrupt again to city council now since 2019. In 2019, the city council was split in half by the progressives. We had Nikki Bath was elected and Sheng Tyler was elected. And then they were added to Rebecca Kaplan and Dan Cobb. That was 4. And then the other 4 were Lauren Taylor and Treva Reed, Noel Gallo, and, oh man, I'm drawing a blank on the last one. But it was split kind of down the middle, but they were influenced. And then the mayor, Libby Schaaf, was sort of a lame duck mayor her last 4 years. But guess what happened in 2020? The progressives completely took over the council. Oh, Lynette McElhaney from District 3. So then, who's halfway progressive? So Carol 5 took McElhaney's seat. Then they had 5. So then progressives had control of the council. Now, if you've been paying attention to our charter amendment stuff, then you know the mayor and city council, if they're not aligned, then they can both like jam each other up. So the mayor can control the actual policies, but the policies come from city council. The mayor can present the budget. They are required to present the budget, but the city council can veto and make their own budget, which they did to Libby Schaaf. And then Libby Schaaf just didn't follow the budget. So yes, the charter is sort of confusing. But follow me here. Let me slow it down. Follow me here. When Sheng Tai was elected in 2022, the mayor was aligned with the city council, and the city council was majority progressive. Then they passed everything they wanted. So since 2022, the progressives have had complete run. Don't let this city charter confusion talk, no. There's no confusion. They do exactly what Queen Mayor blah blah Lee wants. They did exactly what Kevin's budget got passed. Sheng Tai's budgets got passed. They didn't do any types of edits, really. And now we're facing bankruptcy. The police commissions are staffed with defunders. We have like less than 600 officers on the streets. We can't even staff every beat. We're dealing with 1950s era police staffing distribution. How come all the equity talk, how come the police commission isn't tackling that problem? How come not a single city council person is even mentioned this problem? The fact that we're giving equal police across the city. In the 1950s, Castlemont High School was all white. It was a white school in the 1950s. Now look at Castlemont now and tell me what it is. Come on, y'all. Oakland, California is a woke joke. Trash everywhere, city going bankrupt, kids can't read, OPD can't fund even keeping the streets open. Oh, fun news, we're not doing traffic stops anymore because OPD doesn't have the budget to do traffic stops. That was the news that broke last month. And you wonder why Chief Mitchell is going back to Texas. Why he is leaving a $363,000 a year job to go back to Texas. Peace, Chief. I hope you get another one. Bring Chief Armstrong back, at least in the interim. If Queen Mayor Blah Blah Lee wants to earn some goodwill with the black community, she can bring Chief Armstrong back, at least for interim police chief, to stabilize what's going on. I'm not sure if OPD wants him back. I don't really know the inner politics. But anyway, I'm signing off, man. I'm upset. This is crazy. We lost another one. We got like 5 cops leaving every single month. If the police academies can't keep up with the attrition, so it doesn't matter how many academies we have if you can't keep up with the attrition, we're going to be stuck under all of these ballot measures that taxpayers have paid for. Let me add that. All of these ballot measures that we pass. Stop passing ballot measures, guys. They haven't followed measures. W, A, B, C, D, whatever. I forget the names and numbers. I'm mad right now. Whatever ballot measures had mandated police staffing ratios that we are way behind on, maybe like not approve any more ballot measures until we've actually met the minimum police staffing requirements for the previous ballot measures. Can we at least agree on that? We shouldn't like keep throwing good money after the bad, throwing good votes and good tax dollars after the bad. I can't afford these taxes anymore. Can we stop raising taxes just for them to fuck off the money and not do what they said they're going to do? Watch what they do with this Measure NN money. Watch what they do. Oh, by the way, Measure NN, you know how they got that on the ballot? With on-the-ground consultants, paid signature gatherers. You know how I know? It was the same paid signature gathering firm I hired and brought to Oakland for the recall of Mayor Shintao. Remember how they called our movement AstroTurf because we dared pay for signature gatherers, and how that meant that it wasn't a real democracy because we paid for the signatures? They paid for their fucking signatures for Measure NN, but you don't hear that. You don't hear that on Oakland side. You hear this one-sided argument from KQED and our dog walk local media. So tune in to Gotham Oakland if you want to know how Oakland is really going to collapse, how we're really going to be going bankrupt next fiscal year, has been my prediction for the past 2 years. So if it happens, maybe you should be looking at the people who actually call the balls and strikes in Oakland and know what's going on before you pick your next mayor. Wink, wink. Anyway, I got some more surprises coming. Oh, one more announcement. We are having a Halloween party here at Gotham Studios in Jack London. We're going to live stream it. And it's going to be a Halloween fundraiser, telethon, Jerry Lewis style. We'll be streaming like the kids do when you can see the whole party and people can give money. And we'll be live streaming. That's called live stream-a-thon. A live stream-a-thon. I may have just made up a word, but we need to raise money to keep Gotham Oakland going. So tune in. We'll have more information on that. You can come to the party yourself. I'll be dressed up as probably Batman, but you can come and dress up or not. We'll have candy for the kids. We'll live stream it for like at least 5 or 6 hours. We'll have music and all sorts of fun stuff, and I hope to see you there. And we do have an episode coming this week on Starkey Size funding. I've been breaking it down, and let me tell you, we're going to have some fun on that one. Peace, y'all. Love you. Till next time.
Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here.